Generally, a lot of us have questions regarding, is this a language difference, or is this language development, or second language development, or is it disability? And part of it, regardless what our various disciplines are, is to really have a pretty healthy depth of understanding around what types of predictable programming can students count on that's going to be effective, that's going to be successful. How do we really plan for working with the complex, diverse differences of students? And then how do we look for what's working and how can we make it work better? And when that occurs, we're much more sure that our programming is optimal. And there are a variety of different ways to measure that, both from what are we doing to help build relationships with students, help them feel like they're active trusted members of their classrooms, what kinds of just sociocultural things can we do to build strong relationships with our students and their families. When we engage students in paired and group work, how are we basing that on creating those strong collaborative partnerships with students? How much attention are we paying to issues of second language acquisition in terms of sort of the developmental process of acquiring a new language? And every state has standards regarding their students, English learners, level of English language development, and how much are we targeting instruction to each student's specific level of language and literacy development. So that's an important element. When it comes to the academic or subject matter, how are we sure that we're providing an instructional program that's based on our students' prior learning, and we can build from that, and that's using materials that are appropriate for our students? And then lastly, how are we really ensuring that we're helping students think about what we're teaching and helping them learn to do that? So part of it is really thinking about learning as a four-prong process, regardless of who our students are and where they're coming from. First, how are we building connections with their personal, cultural, world and language knowledge? Second, how are we paying attention to their level of language and literacy development? Third, how are we paying attention to their prior schooling or prior knowledge in the subject matter we're teaching? And then fourth, in what ways are we helping students sort of think to learn? What does that look like? And what should instructional conversations look like based on our students' level of literacy? And when we do that, we have a wonderful chance of helping students be more successful. And then when that's layered with, if we more properly identify students with disabilities and provide an educational program that really helps provide interventions that are found to be effective, we can do many wonderful things with all English learners.